On Highland Radio. It's 21 minutes after 9 o'clock on a Monday night. And as I say, you're very welcome if you've just joined us. I'm delighted to welcome our next studio guests, Alex and Justina Lucero. Am I saying that right? Lucero?
Maybe in Irish it's that. it's Lucero.
Lucero.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah. But actually, I like it better like that, you know.
That's good enough. Yeah. But both of you are very, very welcome. It's nice to have you here. And John Byrne. John, it's nice to see you as well. Thank you very much for popping in.
Yeah, sure.
So, anyway, we're going to talk plenty. You're welcome. You're no stranger to Donegal. We've a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. But we're going to go straight into a piece of music, if you don't mind,
sure.
Alex and Justina,
100%.
please.
Yeah.
So, first up, you're going to...
Yeah, this is an original song called How Many Times.
Brilliant. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, thank you.
There's plenty of room across the street.
You're a wandering mind, but darling, I hope you find your way back home, wherever you belong. Think of the times we spent fighting those tears, always together, but always together alone, just side by side. And you ask me how many times, and you ask me how many times. Well, you tell me lies, you butter me up, you say you don't want all of me to ever come home, not all at once. How can we see the light? How can we hear the cries? How many more people are gonna die? Well, at least we tried. And you ask me how many times, and you ask me how many times. Well, you always want what you don't have, but darling, don't you ever think about what it is you need. Who cares anyhow? When this old vagabond is all said and done, what will be left but the songs I wrote and what I've done, all that I've done. And you ask me how many times, and you ask me how many times. 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 You ask me how many times.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Alex and Justina. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You have six albums you've independently recorded.
Yes, I think it's 6 going on. I think you guys have the 7th right there.
Hot and fresh off the presses.
Yeah, that one's.
Well, thank you very much indeed. There's 5 tracks in that. All originals?
Yep.
All originals.
And do the two of you co-write?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
very
especially
good.
on the last 2 or 3 albums, it's been very much so a co-writing or at least spitting. I'll tell her what I have, and she'll just say, I think maybe this is better.
Yes.
Oh,
It's very.
Do not argue with your wife. You'll learn
You know
that.
what? We haven't argued one time since we've been married.
can you believe that?
No, definitely not. But come here. It's once again, you're based in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
On the west coast of America.
Yes, sir.
And I noticed on I was following you on I don't know if it's Instagram or YouTube, and you have the Jam in the Van.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And how often do you do that?
Oh, that was a bucket list thing for us. That was the first time we've done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we won a contest. We were fortunate enough to be able to get on there.
We've been in a couple Battle of the Bands in L.A. area in Southern California,
Yeah.
and we've placed that one. We got top 3, and the most recent one, I believe, we made top 6 out of a couple thousand bands and stuff. So it's pretty
Wow.
cool. Yeah,
That's big.
yeah.
And your Donegal connection. Now I know it and I find it very interesting. It's actually a lovely story. But you came over here. You were down south, basically. You were told to check out the cliffs of Moher, and you headed up this direction.
Yeah,
Am I right?
we came in. The first time we came was for her birthday, January 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we were at I think we stayed in Dublin one night, so we kind of went out and walked the streets, Temple Bar and everything, and we found ourselves in a juicery where this guy with red dreadlocks was making fresh press juices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we just said, hey, what do you recommend? What should we do? We don't want to do the tourist thing. We just want, you give me what your favorite thing is. He said, okay, the heck with the cliffs of Moher. Go to the cliffs of Teelan.
Yeah.
They're 4 times as tall. There's less people, and they're just magnificent. And so that was kind of that was the first day that we landed.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of our,
Like new destination.
like
that's
the Odyssey, that
yeah.
was our
Yes.
where we're
thing
headed.
that we had to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, to make a very long story as short as we can, we went down to Kilkenny, and the first time we hit the coast was in Tramore.
Yes.
And we went on to the Wild Atlantic Way all the way down through Cork and Baltimore, even out. We went through every single coastal road you can, even if it was a dead end. We would go and we would turn around
Yeah.
all the way up. We got stuck out on Achill Island one
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
and
Not spooky at all.
and then 2 weeks into the trip, we found ourselves finally at what we know now is not referred to the Cliffs of Teelan, but Schlieblig.
Yeah.
And we got done hiking. We went up it's not to the very, very top, but we went up quite a ways, and we came down. We were hungry, and then came down and said, food sign this way.
Yes.
And this
Fell into the rusty
this
net.
gentleman right here, John the Miner Byrne, he was the manager, the leader of the outfit at that time at the Rusty Mackerel.
Yes.
And
But he wasn't there, and it was actually kind of funny. We saw a couple up on the cliffside in a bride and groom, seemingly. We thought, wow, what a beautiful place to get married. How cool is that? And when we came into the Rusty to heat up and get something to eat, there's the bride and groom, and we're saying congratulations. We thought, how cool is this? And it turns out it was just a PR stunt. They were, it was all for social media. It was like a photo shoot kind of thing.
Okay.
And so we got to talking with them, and they said, well, what do you guys do? And he said, oh, I'm musician. And so pretty soon, Linda from behind the bar said, well, we've got a 6-string here. Play us something.
Yeah.
So he plays Dock of the Bay, I think, at the time, or he played something.
Tennessee Whiskey, Dock of the Bay.
Something,
Original.
and
It was like the first 3 songs. She videoed.
She
one of them.
videoed, and she sent him off to John, and he was like,
Yeah.
hold them there. He said, put him up for free. I want him to be there on Thursday for the jam. And I mean, it just turned in. Yeah. Right. And so, we were meant to just stay over there maybe 1 or 2 nights. And pretty soon we were there for 4 or 5. And we now have a lifelong friend out of John and the boys of the Minor Tones. And it's like our home. You guys say home from home, right?
Yeah. Home from home, yeah.
That's
Definitely
how
our
that's
home
how
from
it
home.
feels. That it's just we got married out there,
I've seen that. I noticed
Yeah.
that. Now that was you were planning to get married in the States, were you?
Well, I mean, at the time we were just boyfriend and girlfriend. I mean, of course he was planning on locking me down. He had to, but that was 2019, the first time over, and he proposed in 2020, and then we, made it through COVID and we're married up on the cliffs in
Yeah, it wasn't even a question. It was
No, it was, where do you want to get married? We want to get married on the cliffs, you know? And so we brought like 30 of our friends and family from California over, and we had pretty much a wedding week. I mean, it was the most amazing. If I could relive it over and over, I would. And we lucked out with the weather even. You know, they said, all the locals said, we don't have a day like this. We got sunburned. I mean, I'm not making it up. We got sunburned. It was crazy.
And you come back every year since then?
Yeah, just about
it's been
twice
a little bit
year.
more frequently. The last few years have been 2 or 3 times a year at least. Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
And do you tour here when you're here?
Yeah.
With the band or both of you?
We do a little bit of both.
September before last, we came over, just the 4 of us, and we did a big tour. We played in Dublin a couple nights, Navan, Galway, Donegal town, and then mostly up in Kilcar and Glencalmkill and Kilcar,
Yeah.
Carrick.
Clonmany, that's right. We did
sir.
Clonmany.
Would you move here?
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
If the price is right, you know.
Oh, well, that's the main thing. But yeah, you're playing this coming Sunday in the Church of Ireland Hall in Glencalmkill.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you're back to the States again then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we leave on the 8th. This wasn't even really meant to be a music tour. We were here just kind of for a little vacation, a little rest, and then music has kind of happened every night anyways, which is just as it goes, you know?
Yeah, I played 322 shows in 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this was definitely meant to just be unplug.
Kick back.
And, but we can't help it. We got to play music. So.
Yeah, we start to get itchy.
You
Yeah.
see, you're creating a reputation for yourself now. You have to, every time you turn up here, you're going to have to sing,
Oh, twist our arm, fine.
What's the plan then going forward when you go back to the States again? Is it just gigging or have you anything, like any big shows lined up?
It's kind of crazy timing that this is all coming to right now. Mickey D and John were visiting the week of St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
And during that time, we were kind of going through a transitional period. We've since pretty much in the last month, we've been signed to a booking label out of Canada. Oh. And we have a manager who's just incredible and has been a friend for a few years. And he's the one that recorded and produced that album that you guys have there.
Yeah.
Excellent. And so things have totally. If we were here last month, I'd be telling you a whole different story. Now we have gigs booked all across the United States, and on big 400 or 500 seat venues around the area.
Wow! And
so as soon as we get home, we're just gonna hit the ground.
We're hitting the road. We got to get our bus up and running because we're going.
Jay.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
This is all just unfolding in the last month or so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Bigger things are happening.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
We wish you well with that.
Thank you.
Don't forget us when you're big
no.
and famous.
No.
We'd love to get another song from you.
Oh,
if you
for
don't
sure.
Mind. This next track you're going to do.
This one is, I think, the Home would be a good one.
Yeah.
We're talking about Home from Home. And
this is a brand new
song. Home, I started writing this song back in California, and we just kind of put the finishing touches on it as we've been here the last couple weeks. So.
Excellent.
Can recall the last time I stumbled across this land. Nothing much to show for the year, just a guitar in my hand. I'm going home, where I want to be. I hope these feet of mine keep following the road that lies ahead. If I don't get there first, may God strike me dead. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. If tomorrow brings me tears my yesterday's couldn't find, you can tell my mama just, tell her I'm alright. I'm going home, where I want to be. And tell her I made a man out of a fool. She'd be proud of me. If I don't get there first of my own misery, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Like a light in the dark and a ship that's lost at sea. Little thing gonna get in the way, but make one promise to me, you'll come home where you ought to be. Let your feet take you walking down every winding road. Nothing gonna get in the way of you getting what you're owed. You go home. And you come home. And you come home. Let your feet take you walking down every winding road. If I don't get there first, may God strike me dead. I'm going home.
Wow. God, that's earthy. I love that.
Hey,
Brilliant.
thank you.
Well done. My God, that's brilliant. Is that on your new album? No.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet, but that's
It's
in
kinda
the new
unrecorded.
single. Yeah, unrecorded. Maybe we'll do it here in the
Yes.
duck house that we're staying.
Cian McGonigal said these guys are top class. Up Clonmany. And, mighty stuff, Alex and Justina from
Cian.
Barry McIntyre in
Oh,
Barry.
Barry.
Boston.
Yeah, we love Barry.
Trevor McBrady said top class, guys. So,
Oh, man.
well,
Trevor, look
Those
at
are all our folks.
aye.
How fun is
man.
that?
That's brilliant. No,
it wasn't me, Trevor.
we come to another. Talk about a life well lived so far, and you're both very young. You were in Hawaii for a bit of sightseeing.
Yeah,
And
bit of sightseeing. Actually, we were there to play two shows.
Yeah, we were hired for corporate gigs out there. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For Motorola cell phone company. Big.
I'll let you tell the story, Alex,
Yeah.
because it's a scary story.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
It could have been a hell of a lot worse. There's no
Yeah.
doubt
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
No, for sure.
But just let the listeners know what happened.
So we were there for a span of 5 days. We had 2 gigs booked, and we landed the morning that we played our first show. Got on the road, went down to Hana, did the road to Hana in our really awesome Ford convertible Mustang that just should have a beeping light on it that says "We are tourists."
Yeah. Now we know.
And anyway, it was we had a wonderful day, beautiful day. We didn't have our phones with us. We had the phones locked away, and we were just trying to be in the moment, be present. No social media, no texting, no. And we had just had a great time on the black sand beach. Found a little swimming hole with a big waterfall. It was just me and Justina, nobody else, and it was just something magical. Just trying to take it all in, and we got in the car. And we put in the GPS to get back to Kihei where we were staying. And it said, go along this way. I don't know where I'm going, and so we follow the directions. Save some of the small details. They don't need to be
let's
really.
just get to the
But,
gritty.
But pretty much we were going around. I mean, you guys know, the 1-lane bridges over here, especially. You guys are familiar with those. It was a long 1-lane bridge right on the coast, and of this other side of this gorge, and we're slowing down because it's only 1 lane, and we see a truck on the other side parked on the right, but there wasn't much room to get around it, so we were kind of maybe going 5 miles an hour around this truck, and as soon as we got close to the truck,
Driver pops out.
We're in a convertible Mustang about this tall, and so he's just from me to you with a
Gun.
9mm or 45 or something pointed right in our face. Said, "Get out of the car, turn the car off, leave the keys."
Start walking.
Take off any jewelry, leave any valuables in the car, and start walking. And we're in the middle of nowhere. We're 4 hours driving from the east side and about 2 hours driving from the west side in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
And it's about 7:45, 8 o'clock at night. So the sun's going down. And so without hesitation, we get out of the car and we start walking the other way. And the walk kind of soon, we don't know. We're just adrenaline has hit us, so we're not really there all the way. We start running.
He gets in the car and starts driving the other direction. We're headed
Yeah.
opposite him, same way we had come.
Yeah. And he puts the top up. He drives down maybe a football field down. And we're running away at this point, and he gets in the, he flips it around and starts chasing us.
Yeah, we hear the engine coming back towards us. So at this point, we're like, we have to hide, So we jump the guardrail, hide behind this boulder on the right-hand side of the street, and we're crouched down, and he's driving up, and then he starts to yell for us, and he's looking for us. And I think that what saved our lives was hiding and him not catching us, catching sight of us, because he at this point has no idea where we are. So now we're spending this time, rotating around this boulder as he's driving up. We're, this way, inching, and then as he comes back down, I'm pushing him this way, and we're just hiding. He pulls up and back a couple times. At this point, he's getting pretty agitated, and he's yelling at us, and he's yelling for, where are you, and show yourself, and, he's getting pretty aggressive, and at some point, he shoots the gun, and at this point, Alex and I realize that, he means business, and this isn't just for show, and so...
We kind of said goodbye to each other.
We did, yeah.
On the side of the cliff.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just kind of grabbed her and came to, you're getting put in situations and you're like, okay, well, we can get out of this. We're not gonna, this isn't gonna be the end.
Right.
It was the first time in my life that it was,
Wow.
all of my ideas are, there's nothing else going on. There's a guy with a gun chasing us in a car, and we're on the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
And sheer ocean. So I just kind of grabbed her by the shoulders and said,
Yeah,
I love you.
Yep.
Oh my
And
God.
And,
and then he got this second wind, and he's like, no, dude, we're not going out like this, And so we timed it, and he said, I think we need to get across the street. And the second he was out of eyesight, Alex ran across the street. I ran across the street. He threw me up the bluff. We get up there, we lay flat, and it was the perfect timing, because at that point, the second vehicle that was going to start looking for us came around. So now there's 2 cars searching for us. I mean, it's the most unbelievable story. If it hadn't happened, if I hadn't had a witness, I truly would have thought I made it up.
Wow.
But that search went on through the night, and we
we just continued to climb.
climbed.
And at some point, we saw that there were 3 cars at some point. One car making sure that no traffic passed this way, and another car do the same, going this way.
Wow.
And the guy with the gun.
Hmm.
They got a drone in the air looking for our whereabouts, and I think the only saving grace was that they didn't think that we had they never saw us cross the street and start hiking up the mountain. They were all looking at the ocean.
Yeah, their search was pretty much all just on the water side. So
And so we, unbeknownst to us, we climbed from about 50 or 60 feet elevation all the way to 10,200 feet elevation at the top of Hawaii's tallest volcano,
Yeah.
Haleakala. And I just was like, we're going to go up that little hill.
Yeah, we couldn't see the peak. We had no
That's
idea where
awful.
we were. And
Took us
so
23 hours.
23 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, climbed through the night, hid, and
Flagged down some tourists the next day.
Yep.
And it was the scariest thing, but we made it out alive.
Well,
Yeah, I would say that-
you're very, very lucky.
We're
Yeah.
so lucky, and I think that we learned so much that day. And as much as it's even difficult to talk
Yeah.
about, I think that we both came home just so motivated to throw ourselves into the music, and grateful for it almost felt like a second chance. Like we very well could have died that day. I mean, we said goodbye to each other. I'm 30 years old. I didn't ever imagine that I would do that.
Sorry,
but-
I'm sorry for bringing it up.
No,
no, it's
I-
part
you
of
know,
our. It's part of our story. It's just.
But it's just scary. Did you write a song on the back of it?
We did.
Yeah, we actually,
And
we
before,
tell them that part. Yeah.
before
Every cloud.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
we I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Allman Brothers.
Yep.
Allman Brothers Band. When we finally got in the back of a truck of somewhat of an authority figure, National Parks Ranger.
Her name was Alex. She was super cool.
Yeah. She looked at us in the back seat and she said, guys, I'm going to take you to the station. Is there anything else I can do for you? And she was starting the car up. It takes maybe 5 seconds for the radio to come on and for you to, as you start the car. As she was asking me, Little Martha from the Allman Brothers, one of my favorite songs of all time, came on.
Like started
And
at
it
that
wasn't,
second.
she didn't have it on a CD. It wasn't on her phone. It was on local Hawaii, Maui radio station.
Wow.
And so that was kind of like, wow. I said, you can just turn this song up and get us the heck out of here. And so this song is written in the tuning that Little Martha is written in. It's open E.
Brilliant. Go
It's
for
all
it.
good, and this guitar's just new. I want to check.
Yeah, it was like the soundtrack to our rescue.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. And it's called One More Day. Well, I don't need no light across the sky. I don't need no pain I've had to hide. I don't need the road as long as you're alive. So keep on breathing, love. Keep on grieving, love. As long as you keep on, it'll be alright. We gotta keep running away, no matter how many steps it takes. As long as I get to love you one more day. Well, I can say a lot of words I've tried and try to tell the words to tell you why, but I will never know how to tell you goodbye. So keep on breathing, love, and keep on grieving, love. As long as you keep on, it'll be alright. We gotta keep running away, no matter how many steps it takes. As long as I get to love you one more day. As long as I can hold you in my arms, as long as I can hear your beating heart, nothing can come between love such as ours. But this feeling, love, I need some healing, my love. But as long as you keep on, it'll be alright. We gotta take it one day by day. Our love will never fade away, as long as I get to love you one more day. So keep on breathing, love, and keep on breathing, love. As long as you keep on, it'll be alright. We gotta keep running away, no matter how many steps it takes. As long as I get to love you one more day. So I don't need no light across the sky. I don't need no pain I've had to hide. I don't need the road as long as you're alive.
Wow.
Thank you, guys.
I tell you, sung and written from the heart.
Thank you.
That's amazing. It takes a lot out of you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
it
Sometimes
does.
I get emotional on stage when we
Yeah.
sing it. It's tough sometimes, but that's the whole part of that kind of art, right? It's got to mean something. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Maybe writing that gives you maybe a bit of closure on it. I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. Darn Boot Music. Brilliant stuff, guys. Great to hear you on Highland.
Boots.
You deserve every bit of success coming to you.
Cutie pie, ditto, pal.
Yes. Well, we're going to take a quick ad break. We'll be back after this. Tracy McBride, absolutely class act. You have a new fan here. Any chance at Tennessee whiskey?
Oh, the Chris Stapleton.
And Dara Gallagher, it's good to hear you on Highland Radio, guys. Sounding brilliant. Thank you very much. Back after this, don't go away.
Do you need a little extra help staying in your home? At Bluebird Care, we offer a wide variety of QMark-approved personalised home care services across Donegal. And our fully trained and committed staff will always meet your care needs with kindness, compassion and dignity. To get your personal home care assessment plan, visit bluebirdcare.ie or call our care team today on 07491 29562 and bring care home.
This is an important message for all drivers. From March 31st, the law is changing. When you renew or take out motor insurance, you'll need to provide your driver number. It's on your driving licence, listed under point 4D, so make sure you have it to hand. Without your driver number, you won't get insured. Double check that you have your licence, and if you can't find it, take steps to have a valid licence in time for your insurance renewal date. This message is brought to you by Insurance Ireland and the Motor Insurers Bureau of Ireland in support of a Government of Ireland initiative.
There we go. Welcome back. I'm kind of chilled here now. Listen to that music. You've got me relaxed in a good way, you know, which is nice, you know. Oh, let's have a look here with messages here. Keith Neary. Keith says, Alex and Justina, absolutely class. And Jake Stevens, cheers all the way from California.
Jake.
Hope you guys are having a great time. Love the new tune, by the way.
Oh,
thank you very much. Ewan McIntyre, great stuff. Love it. You know Ewan.
Oh, what's going on, Ewan?
Yeah, and so, well, before we finish off, we're going to get another tune. John Burns, sorry, John. Yeah. John, how are you?
Yeah, sure. I'm not so bad.
The Ashland Centre still busy?
We are. We're flat out down there.
That's
Fairness,
good.
We have a small team, but they're all working hard. Fair play to them.
That's good, John. And what's planned for anything?
We've 2 big shows coming up with Honor. You're big fans of the boys from Honor, as is everybody else in the country. Fair play and around the world.
Farah was in here, you know, with Farah Bogle.
All right, Farah was in with the first crew there, wasn't she? Yeah.
They're doing great stuff.
They're in on Thursday and Friday, 2 sold out shows. Darren Boots is doing support on the Friday, and young Colm Harrigan from Kilcar, an up and coming star there, is on.
Oh, I'll have
support.
To get him up.
Oh, you have to definitely. Yeah.
Sure you can contact our people.
The folks here, Alex and Justina, are doing a show in the for the Féile Glen Columcilla. I'm part of the committee in there, and they're doing a show in the Church of Ireland on Sunday at 6 p.m. They did a show there last October when they were here last, and it was a really memorable night. It's like what Jimmy referenced there earlier on in chatting about St. Luke's, on our down in St. Luke's. It's the Church of Ireland and Glenconkilla's, similar acoustics. One of the nicest places you'll play music.
Yeah. I love them wee venues, John.
They're great.
There's something about a church. Just something. It's acoustically wise. It's just they're all brilliant.
They're brilliant. Yeah.
Well, come here. The best of luck, and thanks for coming up.
Not at all.
Enjoyed.
Nice to be here.
Anyway, both of you.
A lot to thank this guy for having us here, and the music is what brought bringing that last song up to Maui. I'm so sorry to interrupt. It was just I wanted to make sure that pretty much every single really great relationship that we've had is singular from music branch.
Brilliant.
Hope to become friends with both of you guys.
Yeah,
brought us together. Just it's crazy how just a guitar, a guitar can bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or fiddle,
whatever.
You both have what it takes. You have both what it takes to be massive stars. You have both what it takes to take this as far as you both want. And
thank you.
You're very comfortable. You're very easy to talk to. And you get the feeling we knew you a long time. And the door's open here anytime. You're welcome back.
We really appreciate the opportunity
see you tomorrow.
to be here. Yeah.
Donna McClafferty, hi Alex and Justina, sounded amazing from all of us listening from Tory Island.
Tory Island forever.
Yeah. Donna, right. Thanks, man. We're going to, I hope we have enough time because Aidan's on next. Aidan's on for the next 2 hours after us in the same studio, so we have to go.
We'll get out of here quick.
No, we can sit all night. We'll lock the door and keep Aidan out.
There you go.
What do they call it? A lock-in?
Have a lock-in.
Yeah.
Come here. Thank you very much indeed. It's an absolute delight for us.
Thanks so much.
Enjoy the rest of your time here, and we look forward to you coming back in. This final song
We'll do, yeah. This one's called Don't Look Back, and have John join us on this one.
Great stuff.
1, 2. Don't look back.
It's gonna take a long time for the pain of you causing me to swim under the bridge. All this time I wasted is gone by. Don't look back, 'cause it's sure to do you no good. You gotta keep that left foot in front of your right and your eyes on the prize ahead. Help us sing it out there, Facebook. Imagine to my surprise, all this years stuck inside four walls I had made. Imagine to my surprise, not to feel the sun shining in on my face. I can tear it down and build me anew. Don't look back, remember everything good and bad. Here's what brought you to this point in which you standing right in front of me on the Highland Radio in Letterkenny, baby. Don't look back, you're not gonna change the things you already have. Ain't no construction site with nowhere to hide, and no shadows to stand beside. Come on. Imagine to my surprise, all these years stuck inside four walls I had made. Imagine to my surprise, not to feel the sun shining in on my face. I can tear it down and build me anew. John, play a little fiddle, will you? Come on. Imagine to my surprise, all these years stuck inside four walls I had made. Imagine to my surprise, not to feel the sun shining in on my face. I can tear it down and build me anew. Hold on a second. Don't look back, ain't no use staring down at your past. A direction only to be used on a map, the only proof that you are here. Imagine to my surprise, all these years stuck inside four walls I had made. Imagine to my surprise, not to feel the sun shining in on my face. I can tear it down. Imagine to my surprise, all these years stuck inside four walls I had made. Imagine to my surprise, not to feel the sun shining in on my face. I can tear it down and build me anew.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again, guys.
Thank you very much indeed, Alex and Justina Lucero.
Lucero.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And John Byrne, thank you very much indeed.
Yes,
You've
sir.
actually made us very happy tonight. The best of luck going forward. And thank you so
thank
much.
you guys
thank
so much.
you.
My thanks to Jimmy Stafford on production as always. From myself, Paul McDowd, I'll be back on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Aidan Murphy's on next. And have a good week. Good luck.